short and sweet.
Yeah. The first challenge was code breakers, which I'm very good at. So I had it really quickly, and it said the last person to be on the couch loses. So I was telling people like, get on the couch and leaving out Trinica because Trinica's won so much. So I was like whispering to people like, come over here, like with Trinica right next to me. But that was good. Trinica lost and was not able to get any more candy canes. And I think it worked out where no one really like called me out on that.
I'm just gonna zoom out a little. You're a little taller. Okay, so then Trinica lost, and then you go into the Match Madness. Tell me a little about, because you picked, yeah. So tell me what your like strategy was for that.
So I just picked based off of who had the least candy canes. I wanted to go against someone who I thought I could beat. So I picked Taylor. I think that paired off really well, but we had a really difficult one to start off with. The rest of them felt very easy. I like literally put my pieces down and it just solved right away. So I didn't have a hard time with the other two. But going up against Anthony was very hard. He was very good at that. And I don't know how we were able to get him out considering how good he is at these challenges, but I'm very happy that he's not in this game anymore.
So did you have any strategy though when you paired the people together? Because didn't you have to pair them
Not
together?
Not really. It was kind of random.
Okay, so it was just a random thing. Okay. And then, so you won overall. How did you feel winning? Like,
I loved winning. I felt like I have been targeted in this game, and I feel like I will continue to be targeted. So I need to win just to keep myself safe. And it was nice to throw in Josh. I feel like getting back at Josh for putting me in originally, even though I offered him safety if he kept me safe. So he regretted his decision. I then was stuck between Yvette and Connor on who I wanted to throw in next. And I think both of them had a lot of candy canes. I wanted to try and like build somebody up as a huge target so that whoever won the challenge ended up with more candy canes than I have. So people want to target them and get rid of them and not me. And I think that worked out. I think now Connor has 5 and he's the one person kind of aiming at me, but I feel like everyone else is going to target him instead. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing very messy. I'm like not really paying attention to the social dynamic, which is very bad of me. But I think I will not be a main target based off of candy canes. I think that's important.
Okay, so yeah, Josh lost and went out. How do you feel Josh losing, Connor staying?
I'm very excited that Josh lost. I did appreciate that we were kind of going for the same charity, going for the American Heart Association. But if you target me, I'm going to target you back. So I am happy that he's not in this game. I have other people that I can go after. And everyone should know that I'm not necessarily targeting them. I'm trying to go after bigger targets.
Who's your closest ally?
I think Trinica.
Say like...
I think Trinica's my closest ally. I really like working with them. I think they're very good at this game. I do intend to snipe them at the end because I feel like if I can take them out and go against someone like Taylor or Mackenzie, who's not been winning these challenges, I think that would be the best ending of the game.
So if you won again next round, say, and you had to put up 2 more people, who would you pick to go into Santa Showdown right now?
If I had to pick right now, I think I would choose Trinica and Connor, which I'm not loyal to my snowman team, but I think it needs to happen.
Any final thoughts?
No.
Ready for the next round?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game so far?
I really loved the match game. That was really nice. I got really good at it. The first round, I was terrible at it, but I think I've been improving.
Have you played Nicole yet, though?
I did. I beat her.
Nice. Good job. Started with the code breaker, where you had to figure out the code and then sit down. Tell me a little about that.
The code breaker one, I was underthinking and overthinking. The TV said to follow the directions, so I was really straining myself to follow some sort of direction that wasn't there. I was trying not to break the code. I was like, there's directions somewhere. You don't even actually have to do this puzzle. You did actually have to do the puzzle.
Stand up and quack like a duck.
I was like, there's directions hidden somewhere. So I saw Taylor was first to the couch and I was trying to read through his paper and then I thought maybe that's cheating. So I was like, don't do that. Just try to keep solving it. And then by the second person that I saw sit on the couch, I knew it had something to do with that, but whether you had to finish it there or not. So I just ran over and sat on the couch. Also missed when I looked up, kind of went like this, like come on the couch. So that was also confirmed for me. Yeah.
Okay, so Trinica was the last one to sit on the couch, which means she couldn't get a candy cane, and that one had to go against Anthony. And then it was the matching. I don't know remember who you got picked, but Miss picked everybody to match up. And so tell me about who you got picked with and thought process through that.
I got picked to go against Connor, and I thought that I crushed it, but I went a little too fast, and I messed up the orientation of one of my blocks. So Connor ended up winning that one. I was out again. It's pretty much it, just sitting around. But I think that having 0 candy canes was actually advantageous to me, because when Mist ended up winning and got to choose who was going to be sent into the next competition, I think Taylor and I remained pretty unthreatening, so I don't think we were really a choice, which is great. I'm hoping at some point I just can slide in and win 10 candy canes at once. That's kind of my goal.
All right, so he put Connor and Josh in. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think those were solid picks. Josh was kind of a spite pick, which is fine. It's not my name, and I don't really talk too much with Josh about strategy. And then also Connor's fine. He's getting a little chaotic, so it's probably time for him to go too.
So Josh obviously leaves. How do you feel about Josh leaving? Were you working with him?
Josh leaving is fine to me. I don't really care who leaves, to be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be bummed out if Taylor gets out, because we vibe the most, but I'm playing this game to win. I have no friends in this one.
So who is your closest ally right now, or allies?
Taylor.
And why?
I just like him so much, and I've played a game with him before, so I know him. That doesn't mean that I won't flip if I have to, but we just vibe.
And then if you won this next challenge and you had to pick two people right now to go in Santa's Showdown, who would you put against each other?
Probably Connor and Annika, because I'd be fine with either of them going. Out of the two of them, though, I would prefer for Annika to go, just because I'm more threatened by her. Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you want to add?
I gotta win something. I gotta win something. That's it. That's my thoughts.
The Codebreaker activity book. Talk about your thought process through that and how you did.
So Codebreakers was a game I thought I'd be okay with. What I did was I tried to look for small words where I could just figure out one letter, and then I went through the whole phrase and added them all in as much as possible. Eventually I was able to get the phrase naughty and nice, and that really kind of helped me fill it out more quickly, I think. But it was really nerve-wracking because Miss sat down so quickly, and I was like, I'm sure the win condition is to sit, but I felt like I needed to fill it all out, so I was still trying to make sure I got all my letters right, and still sat down on the whatever. I think it's fine I flopped a little bit, actually. I feel like my continuing to flop is not the worst thing. Like, if people want to underestimate me or estimate me correctly, then I'm willing to let them do that.
All right, so then the next one was the Match Madness.
Yeah, Match Madness was very embarrassing. I lost at a child's game. I was stumped. I was bewildered. I was befuddled. It was fun though. It was very cute.
Who'd you go up against?
I went against Mist, and I think the good thing about that is like it gave Mist and I a chance to just kind of like banter a little bit. Like, I think my game is going to be all about the charm. So having had a chance to kind of put a little charm on Mist, put a little charm on Trinica sitting outside after I've lost, like, I think that game worked out fine for me. Like, I didn't need the win. It gave me a chance to just kind of be friendly and try and form connections.
So how did you feel when Mist won the bracket challenge?
I felt pretty good about Mist winning, honestly. I figured Mist would not want to throw me down after picking me. I think he sees me as someone he can beat, so why would he want to get rid of that? Like, I'm here to be knocked out later. I also think that he finds me charming to some extent. I think he's more focused on Connor. I actually love that because at some point in this game, I am probably going to tell people that Connor and Mackenzie are a couple. But I do not plan on doing that until I have to, because I could also potentially work with them as a little trio.
Awesome. All right, so he puts in Connor and Josh. How do you feel about that?
So I don't give a shit. It's not me. The only thing I cared about was I would like Connor to win because I want to be able to throw him under the bus later. That's all. And he won. So I still have a little knife I could stab somebody with.
All right, so who are your closest allies at this time?
I would say Mackenzie is my closest ally. I would say that Mackenzie, and then I'd like to form a final two with Yvette. I really like her energy. I think she likes my energy. I think she is someone I could potentially beat at the end in a competition, whereas I'm a little more concerned about Trinica and Mist. Those two I think are probably the front runners, and I'd like to see them go.
All right. Trying to think, do you want to add any other things in it? That's what I was going to ask you, who you wanted next, but you kind of just said it. So did you, or who do you want to go out next, but you kind of said it?
I mean, look, who I'd like to go out next is probably Mist and Trinica, or like, yeah, that would be ideal, but I don't really care. Like, everybody can go whenever they need to go. Like, as long as I'm still here, like, that's truly all we need. So, bye.
Anything else?
No.
That's black and white. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Okay, so start off with, first one was the activity book, The Code Breaker.
Yeah, I flopped real hard. I think right before that I was like, I'm just gonna try and win everyone. No, I'm really mad about that one. I need to remember to ask for forgiveness and not for permission. It didn't even occur to me to try and sit down before I had completed the phrase. I wanted to like get every letter coded correctly, and I was really just like brute forcing that and playing harder and not smarter. So should have been smarter, but also I think, you know, the more I lose, the better it is for me in some ways, because I haven't been sent in, but also it's been a while since I won a candy cane. And after Codebreaker, we went into Match Madness, where I immediately lost to Anthony. So I think it's just lowering any thought about me being a challenge threat. The focus really seems to be on Mist right now, which is fantastic. And now Connor, because Connor was chosen to go in and won, and has been talking a big game about Mist being a threat. Mostly joking, but he's obviously also being honest. Mist is a big threat, just from perception of how he did the little balancing ball maze. So I think I'm okay right now, but my allies just keep dropping one by one. Anthony's gone, and now Josh is gone. And Josh was somebody else who immediately was like, I'm never gonna put your name in, I'm never gonna go against you. So having Josh gone is a bit of a blow to me. I have Mist, but I don't know if I can trust Mist. I just don't know him that well. I don't know how he plays. And I know, like, he knows that I just won a game. It wasn't Big Brother, it was a different format, but I think if he's smart. I saw missed comments when I played that game, and it was a lot of, why aren't they getting Trinica out? So I'm just waiting for him to be like, now it's time for me to get Trinica out. So I'm not feeling like I'm in the best place, but not in the worst place. I'm just gonna try to hopefully ally with Connor a little bit, and with Taylor, and I think that will put me in a semi-okay place, but yeah.
I was gonna ask you a question now, I'm trying to remember what it was. You do really good. You like answer a lot of the stuff that I was gonna ask.
Oh,
already.
great.
I'm trying to think of what it was, because I did have a question for you. Oh yes, who would you like to see go next? Whether you do it or not.
I have been wanting Mackenzie gone for a couple of rounds. When I talked to Mist, when he was deciding who to put in, that was my suggestion.
1 second. Oh,
Are you doing confessional?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I suggested Mackenzie because she had said she had heard about me and that she had heard threatening things, or that I'm a threat, and I just don't want anyone in the game who's heard that. So yeah, that would be my ideal next person to go. I also just haven't spoken to her much, and then honestly Yvette after that, which is like, wow, so misogynistic. It's all the women, but I haven't like talked to them as much. So yeah.
Sorry, I react a little, but I find it helps you guys sometimes to like loosen
Yeah, to have
up.
someone I'm talking to.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting right here as well, so you'll like kind of look at me.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
noticed if I stand over here, I get looked sideways.
Yes. Yeah.
So, any other thoughts going into the next round?
I could see myself going 2 rounds from now. That's going to be my prediction. So let's see if that comes true.
Or not. We'll see. On round, I think it was 3. Yeah, round 3. That was the code breaker. Tell me your process during that and how you did on it.
I've never played that game before, so it was a little difficult at the beginning, and I was partnered up against Josh, which I don't think Josh had played either.
Oh wait, hold on. Go back up. The code breaker was where you had to figure out the words.
Oh,
yeah, and sit down on the
that's
couch.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
Codebreaker. Yeah, that was the puzzle piece. Yeah, I'm. If I have time, I'm pretty. Obviously, if everybody has time, they can figure it out. But I've just figured, okay, I'm just gonna go at my pace. I just don't want to be the last one. And I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden I look up and Miss is like telling me to come to the couch. And I was like, what? He's like, come to the couch. He's just like waving me over. And so when I get there, I ended up being safe. I didn't get the puzzle, but it ended up being like to win this game or to lose this game, you have to be the last one on the couch, something like that. Or to win this game, don't be the last one on the couch. So I lucked out. So Miss saved me.
Yeah, so then the next part was Match Madness, where you had to
Yes.
do the matching and then talk about like when you played and who you played against and stuff.
That one, I think that one has been my favorite game so far. I played against Josh, and it was a little difficult. Like I said, Josh was our captain in the first game, so just to go up like against your team members. But I guess at some point you're going to have to go up against one of them. So I just, without knowing the game, so either one of us, it took us a little bit longer, but once I figured out you could like move pieces around and not have to stick to just using the way it's formed.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got better at it. And so we've been practicing. I can't wait to, Santiago he has an extra one, so he gave it to me so I can play with my family.
Nice. And so how you didn't Mist won that. How did you feel about Mist winning that one?
He lucked out. He lucked out. He solved it in like 3 or 4 seconds. It just happened. His I don't know what they're called. His blocks happened to fall perfectly, and I hadn't even looked at I still had all my blocks, like just looking at them when he was like done. I said, what? That was like 3 seconds. So yay for him. Like he has a new record, but yeah. So I got, I think, to the quarterfinals or semifinals.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. So at least not going out in the first round. It's a win for me.
So he picked Josh and Connor to go to the Santa Showdown. How did you feel about Josh and Connor going in there?
Again, I don't like to see anybody go down. I know at the end of the day, it's all like fun and games, but for me, I didn't know who was gonna win it. I thought for sure it was a toss up because they're both great players, and I thought, either one leaving or either one staying, it was good. It was good. So I think Connor won, right? Connor won. Josh is gone, but he was such a good sport about it. So it's all good.
So who's your closest ally or allies right now that you're working with?
I don't do very well with that. So I'm just staying true to myself. It could help me, it could hurt me. But I will say that Tanika, like I haven't spent Trinica. Sorry, Trinica. Trinica, I haven't spent much time talking to her. But I would say probably Taylor is like who I've talked to the most. He's so funny and he's just high, so it makes it even better. Hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna add a tough one that I want you to answer.
Oh, okay.
If you won and you got to pick 2 people to go to Santa's Showdown, who would you pick right now?
Strategically, Miss and Trinica.
And do you have a reasoning?
Just because they're so good. Like, I gotta knock one of them out of here. Betters my chances, but yeah, I would pick them too. Just because it betters my chances. They're great players.
Cool. I think that's all for now.
Okay.
Unless you need to add anything.
Nope. Good luck, everyone.
So cool.
All right, so start to first talking about that code breaker where you had to figure out what to do.
Oh yeah, so not good at. Am I good?
Yeah, I'm just straightening it a little.
So not good at puzzles. Got the H. Figured out what H was. H is 4, and then there were 2 T's on there. Thought it was the word bottle. That wasn't a long enough word, so I just was kind of thinking to myself, man, I'm not gonna win. And then Taylor sat down on the couch, like right in front of me, and I just gotta like peek my head over the couch and read his thing, and it said go like last person on the couch to lose. So I just ran to the couch. I felt like I literally filled in like probably like 3-4 spots in that thing, so that was good. So I was able to like be safe from that, which was sick. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm not. Yeah, that's how I did that. That was funny.
Okay, so then y'all had to do the Match Madness. So who did you get paired up with, and how did it go with that?
So round 1 was Mackenzie, and I beat her. She finished first, but then her thing was wrong, and mine was like mine was done. I just had to flip a block, so I just flipped the block real quick, and then got the first round. And then second round lost to Anthony, which was unfortunate. And then third round didn't play in the third round. So then we were like doing the math, and we were like, all right, if Anthony goes to the finals with anybody, the person that goes to the finals with Anthony is going to be the one that, you know what I mean, ends up getting to do it. So we knew it would be missed, and then I just kind of thought he would do it in a different way to keep the economy the same, just in case he got like nominated, so that he would have the opportunity to pick the game or something. But I guess doing it the way that he did it does make sense too.
Which part are you talking about?
So like so Mist had the opportunity to nominate somebody because he won, and he picked myself, and I'm doing so bad with these names.
He picked you and Josh.
He picked myself and Josh, hard cut. So Mist got to pick the 2 people to compete. He picked myself and Josh, and I had the most, so I got to pick the game, and I did the black-white game, and that's a lot like cards. It's kind of how I thought about it, like poker. You got to bluff a little bit, but then there's also sequencing and stuff, and that fire game, so sick, showdown style, came down to the last one, and it was, he played a 1 and I played a 2, so it was like, did the math right, and that felt really good. I was like, yeah, let's go. So now I'm in the lead.
With what?
With candy canes. I mean, like, that feels like I'm in the lead. Like, just in terms of everything. Like, if I got put up against anybody, I would have the choice, unless someone wins, like, 2 candy canes, I think. Or Mist would have to win. Yeah, Mist would have to win 2 to be able to be ahead of me. So I don't know. This little game is getting real fun, though.
Do you think having that many candy canes is gonna hurt you or help you?
I don't know. It depends. I like that if I get nominated, I get choice of the game, and if more games open up, like that's cool. And if they do an auction or something, like that's also gonna be sick. So I don't know. I was gonna say to Miss when I was in here, and I thought about it after the fact because it's so cold.
It's warmer in here now.
Yeah, I know it does feel a little bit better. That if something does happen, like where economy matters. Like you're getting, like, it might be wise to keep yourself in the lead, but whatever. I'll take candy canes all day. Take candy canes all day.
How did you feel about Josh going? Did you care? Did you
No, I
feel
mean,
sad?
I was sad a little bit. Yeah, like he's cool, and he said to me too. He's like, I hope you get it. You know what I mean? He got done dirty because he put Mist in the first one, and then Mist like got him back on this one, which that sucks. I told him when I had the opportunity to nominate people. I told him like straight up, I was like, I don't want to nominate you just because like you won, you know what I mean? Because you like have a whatever, like that don't matter. But now that there's 6, Mist is definitely like good, you know what I mean? I keep saying it as a joke, but he's like good at the game. So if it goes heads up against like me and him in the game, that would make me nervous. Everybody else I'm not super nervous about. I think like it's pretty even Stevens in terms of game strength, unless it's a puzzle. If I have a feeling I'm gonna get eliminated on a puzzle. It's gonna piss me off so much. It's gonna make me so mad. It's gonna make me so mad. There's nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it.
If you won and you had to put 2 people up right now in Santa Showdown, who would you pick?
Probably Mackenzie and Mist.
How do you think Mackenzie would feel if you did that?
I don't know. She'd probably be mad, but not mad in like a way of. If I have valid reasoning, then she can't. We don't get mad at each other like that. Like we won't be like, oh my god, I can't believe you made that decision. But it's more like if I did something that was like I couldn't give like valid reasons as to why I did it, she would be like, yo, why did you know what I mean? What was the tactical move there? So I don't know. I get there's keeping those 2 in right now, like Mackenzie and Taylor. they have nothing, so they can't do anything. So they have zero choice inside of like picking the games or anything. I think that's really important. So like keeping them in would be good. I think pinning Mist up against somebody though is the play, because it's like getting rid of the 4 and maybe giving them to someone that has like 1, and then that now I'm tied makes more sense than like someone having 4 and potentially being able to like keep going above me. If it's someone who's like been on like the bottom in terms of games a little bit, then we're good to go.
Got it. Any final thoughts right now?
No, all right, let's see what happens. I think I'm the target now, maybe, so that'll be fun.